What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nash, and in this video I'm going to be talking about quiet quitting. I've been seeing this everywhere on the internet. I try to read a news article, they're talking about quiet quitting. I go on social media, everyone is talking about that. Some of my friends are talking about, they're practicing how to quiet quit at their jobs. Now, what exactly is it? So to make it nice and simple, it's essentially quitting, going above and beyond, right? You're still doing your job, but you're not doing more than you are required to do or less than you're required to do, but you're still doing your job, which makes it quite interesting. Like, how is that quitting? So I think the idea comes from, we live in such a hustle culture where, you have to go above and beyond. You have to do more in order to, achieve more. But at the same time, if you have employees that are salaried employees, they don't get paid overtime, right? They work, let's say they get paid for 8 hours a day or 9 hours a day. Anything they put above that, they're not getting paid for it, but they hope to get paid in the future in form of maybe a promotion, in form of a raise, in form of a bonus. That is what they're banking on, but they work more hours than they get paid for, right? Even if it's a job that you really, really enjoy, if you work so many hours, you get burnt out. It starts to feel like something that you hate, especially if you are, if you go home and you respond to emails at night, or maybe on the weekends, you still respond to emails on the weekends, or maybe you're on vacation, you still respond to emails on vacation. So quiet quitting is you stop doing all of that, right? You stop showing up 2 hours before the office opens. You stop staying late. You stop responding to emails once you clock out. You stop responding to emails on the weekends. You stop responding to emails when you're on vacation, right? So there are two things that I think are causing this. The first thing is going to be being burnt out, right? So being burnt out is, you work so many hours that you start to hate your job, just like I explained a little earlier. But nowadays, people have been working from home. Now we have companies that are starting to bring employees back to the office. You're doing the 3 days in office, or maybe 4 days in office, or 2 days in office. And employees are hating that. They're like, you know what? If you're going to force me to do this, I'm just going to quiet quit. I'm going to do what I'm required to do, nothing extra, nothing less. I'm just going to do what's required. So that is kind of like quiet quitting, right? Because you can't say that, oh, I don't want to come to the office. Now you're going to lose your job, right? Because you're not going to the office. That is what is required. Now, if they force you to go to the office, you're going to go to the office, but you're going to quiet quit and do, what is actually required. No more than that or no less than that. Now, the second thing is employees that are underpaid, right? So this is, a lot of things can cause this. There are so many people that are underpaid for what they do. And now they're starting to realize that I'm actually underpaid and I'm doing more work than what I'm getting paid for. So I'm just going to do exactly what I'm paid for. So if you get paid $30,000 a year to work 40 hours a week, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do 40 hours a week. You're going to make sure you're on the dot for 40 hours a week, right? You're not going to do more than that. All right, so some of the problems that I see with this, maybe this is not all the problems, but these are the immediate problems that I see. So this is going to work really well if you work in, let's say, in a government sector, right? If you work in the public sector where you know exactly what your bonus is going to be, what your raise is going to be, when your promotion is going to be. So if you've met someone that works in the public sector, you're going to know that, they know when they're going to get promoted, what the annual raise is going to be, so it's kind of like set in stone, right? It can increase or decrease, but you're going to get it. You are going to get promoted. You are going to get this bonus. You are going to get this salary increase, right? So it's like, exactly what's going to happen. Now, what happens when you move over to the private sector, right? Which is most companies, right? If you move to the private sector, there's this thing called performance-based bonus, performance-based raise. If you want to get a promotion, you have to get reviews from people that you work with, which might be your managers, supervisors, or maybe your peers, right? So this is going to benefit people that work in sectors or the public sector, pretty much, where you know exactly when you're going to get your raise, you know exactly how much it is, you know exactly when you're going to get your own promotion. But when you move to the private sector, they have so much power that your manager's review can influence whether you get a promotion or not, right? Your manager's review can influence how much of a raise you get, the percentage, or how much your bonus is going to be, right? There's performance-based bonuses, right? How much, like, how did you perform? And in order to get those bonuses or those big raises, you have to outperform, right? They even have a scale. You can see most companies, like, the big companies, big tech companies, you're going to see that they have a scale of performance, right? So just to simplify it, maybe, the different models might be different, but it's pretty much you have the lower end. That's if you're underperforming, right? If you're doing less than everyone else, you're underperforming. Then you go in the middle, where you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Exactly what you're supposed to do, right? That's the middle, that's the average performance. Then you have the highest, where you go above and beyond. When you go above and beyond, you get compensated for it, right? So if you work in the private sector, quiet quitting might not be a good idea if you are, someone who's trying to move up that corporate ladder, because you only get noticed for going above and beyond. So if you do, what you're compensated for, then you're not going to be able to climb that ladder because you're on that average scale, right? And this even leads on to, when you're negotiating your salary. So most of the time when you are negotiating how much your raise is going to be, if you do have the opportunity to do that, one of the questions you're going to get asked is, why do you deserve a salary, right? For the most part, if you want to make your talking points really strong, is you have to go above and beyond, right? So if you just go in there and you say that, oh, I did what I was supposed to do, then that does not, so you're getting paid for that. Why do you deserve a bonus, right? So you have to be able to go above and beyond, and you use those points like, well, I was actually showing up an hour before, I took on this project even though it wasn't, things like that. That's what you need to build a case. So that is what's going to help you get a bonus. So this is not going to be the same thing for every company. So you just have to be able to align your quiet quitting to the type of company you work for, and how far you want to go up the corporate ladder. If you want to climb to the highest, you have to play the game to win and not to lose. Whether you're actually putting in more hours and doing productive work, or you just look like you're busy, play the game to win. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, this is a really, really interesting thing that's happening. I'm excited, not excited. I want to see where this is gonna go, and how companies are gonna react to it. Maybe they will give employees, more time to work from home, or maybe they'll give more raises. Who knows? But thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to go and hit the subscribe button below if it's already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.